So our first final of the day. As we've said, the Saxons will be in action in 2 of these finals against the Western Wildcats and the Midlands Tigers. But first, it's the West Wildcats to face the young women in blue. And alongside me for this one, Clare Islands, lead of the Western region. Well, it's been a successful day for this under-14 girls side so far, Claire, but they've still got one step to go.
Yeah, they have. They've done really well so far this weekend, and yeah, building throughout the competition. I think they played Southwest yesterday and took a loss, and then they've beaten them earlier this morning. So yeah, all to play for between these 2 teams. Of
course, it's a round robin to get to this stage, and first of all, it will be the Western Wildcats to tap off from halfway. They're in the black and gold trim, taking on the light blue top half and navy blue bottom of that Western Saxon side. Wildcats playing from right to left here, and Claire, we've talked throughout the day about just how far this Junior Nationals competition has come and the size of the competition, unprecedented this weekend, and now we get to see all of that come to a close here with these finals.
Yeah, it's amazing. I can't believe how much it's grown. I remember kind of the first Nationals post-COVID, and we started the girls 14s division for the first time, and it was just Wildcats and South East. They just played each other over a 3-game series, and just to see the development, you know, not only have we got such a large number of girls 14s teams playing, but we've also got the girls 12s playing and boys 12s. It's brilliant.
And now in this girls under 14s competition, it is the Western Wildcats who will get us started, and it's Georgia Oates taking it forward here. Oates at the half on the wraparound for Kirkman. Oates again, and Whelan, one of the England under 15 contingent inside this Wildcats attack. It goes to ground, but promising early signs there. They very comfortably shifted through the gears and made it into that Saxon 7. Yeah,
really nice starting set. Got down to the 7, maybe a little bit more composure in terms of setting up the play they wanted, but it's a final, and people are just going to find their feet in these first 5 minutes, really.
And it's the Saxons' first drive. They're keeping it with the same pod for now. But
yeah, just working their way over halfway.
Indeed.
Really nice drive.
Good first start here. They might have a chance to strike.
Yeah, see what they've got on the back end of it.
Right, caught at the last. So it feels like both sides are just sort of testing each other's mettle in these early stages, Claire.
Yeah, they are, and having played each other twice with the round robin fixtures that they have, I think they'll know a fair bit about each other. Both teams have got some players who represented at England level as well. So yeah, they'll just be finding their feet, getting into the game. It gets noisier as the day goes on this pitch one as well, so you've got to get used to that too.
Touch made on Druitt, who carries it forward and wears another from the Southwest Saxons. That's a lovely ball into the path of Artingstall.
Yeah, really nice pick up from Ivy Kirkman there, and yeah, just turn the ball over, making it hard for Southwest to get back over to their box.
And Kirkman races across to make another touch as they head towards the box. Good acceleration far down that left-hand side, and this is looking promising for the Saxons as they're up to the 10.
They've made some really good yards there, good composure there, not quite got everybody on, but just playing it nice and safe with who's on, and just keeping that ball safe and prepping for final touch.
Townsend.
We have a scoop.
Here's Dean. Options left and right. Overtakes Townsend there and just puts the pass behind Elizabeth Hutchings. Well, Elizabeth Hutchings was due to be a bridesmaid at her cousin's wedding this weekend and has opted to start for the Saxons instead. And thank the Lord she's made it through to the final, otherwise it would have been a very difficult conversation.
I mean, that's a great commitment to touch, that is.
Absolutely.
Fully approve.
A nice winding run. Georgia Oates, and a good pick-up from Whelan. Whelan scoots through, whips it over the top. What a ball! A great take by Kimberly Phillips as well, but a fantastic covering touch. Flying across came Poppy Nelson to deny the Tigers their first chance.
Great cover from Poppy Nelson there. I mean, it looked as she scooped through. Just had to find the pass, and yeah, but she hunted down her winger, stayed on her, and made that touch. And now they've got the ball again, making some lovely yards down their box side.
Nelson also plays in goal for Bath City Football Club, known as the Romans. One of the best nicknames in world football.
ball. But the early turnover there, this will be opportunity. Let's see what Wildcats can do. They've got to get to the line first, and then can they set up a play?
Here come the West Wildcats again. Stepping inside is Whelan, at the heart of everything that's going right for them so far. Along with Oates in the middle. A strong partnership.
Really strong partnership. And it's really nice. A lot of these girls last year, our squad, were very young. And we've actually managed to keep a lot of them together. Which actually has been great in terms of just seeing that development. They didn't win too many games last year, and they've stayed together, they've stuck together, they had so much fun, and then here they are in a final a year later.
Absolutely. The growth of not just the game of touch generally, but also as players who are likely to play together at regional level for a very long time.
Yes, and this is it. You know, you start with some of these partnerships, you know, girls 12s now, and you take them all the way through, and the aim is that you take them through to opens, and we see that in years to come, and see that development. We had 2 of our first girls 14s players playing together in the opens permit last weekend. So 4 years on from playing girls 14s, they're now representing England at opens level together, and that's not unique to this one region. That's across the board, and seeing how that progression can take place is just brilliant. So
great pickup, and maybe a chance for the Saxons here to threaten the Wildcats line. A Hail Mary pass over the top, just unfortunately put down. Nice winding start to the counter drive. Oh, this certainly is a close game so far. We're 5 minutes in, a third of the way through the first half in this final. But as you said, Claire, these two sides have already met twice in the round robin. It was a change of results both times around. But this is better from the Wildcats. They've had perhaps the slightly stronger start. But that pass is into no man's land, unfortunately, there.
Yeah, they're kind of getting up there, decent kind of territory, just not quite completing it, and they're staying very close to box side. I would like them to get a little bit more central. It just narrows some of their opportunities down. It's a very, very big open side in this wind to be passing into. And if they could come out their box and be a little bit more central, might offer them options both sides of the park. But they're certainly driving up the pitch well. Same can be said for the Southwest. They've, into the Wildcats half now, just looking for those final few touches and setting up that scoop play.
Still, they go down the short side there as a couple more changes are coming, and I think perhaps just a miscount there, Claire.
Yeah, maybe. It didn't look like they knew the touch count and they'd set for something. But they have finished the ball all the way over on the far side. Makes it harder for the Wildcats to get off if they choose to sub.
Here come the Wildcats as they head towards the box.
That's nice. Went forwards first.
Lovely little show and go from B. Lloyd. Another England under 15 in this side. She's been playing rugby since the age of 5 years old. Brother's also playing in under 17 level for the Wildcats.
Yeah, we've got quite loads of siblings playing for the Wildcats, but for other regions as well.
Great pickup. Whelan over the top. Oh, it's just beyond the outstretched arms of Esme Grinsell.
That's twice that they've got through on those scoop plays, just not quite finding that final pass at the moment.
Grinsell, another sibling, her twin brother is in the under 12s team for the Wildcats. Another England under 15, however.
Yeah, and brother Aston will be playing in the boys 12s final, I think, next game on. So, yeah, two finals for the Grinsells today.
Good day for the Grinsell family, as it is for so many others experiencing touch on this stage. Nice step off the right boot from Wright. Great momentum here for the Saxons.
This is a really good position for Saxons. They've not quite had this level of line attack. It's last, what can they do? There's space over on that left edge if they can see it.
Weber back to the left-hand side. Oh, and then diving in for the first time.
And I think we've got a score there.
The Saxons have scored. Well, that didn't look as threatening as it's ended up being there. It looked like the Wildcats had it covered here, and then this is great acceleration to get on the outside of the link.
Yeah, and just a bit too much of a gap between the link and the wing there. Maybe needed to get up off the line a little bit more. And that's great from the Saxons. First real line attack opportunity they've had, and they've taken it.
Wildcats!
I believe it's the number 33 who's gone over for the Saxons. A player who doesn't exist on the team sheet, unfortunately.
Oh, mystery player. There's always a few mystery players, isn't there?
Here come the Wildcats looking to respond. Good pick up from Kirkman. But then the handbrake is applied. And indeed, the players being forced up by the referee. They don't seem keen to make the touch.
No.
Kirkman on the return, slides in herself, and what a response by the Wildcats.
And yep, the score's been given. So, I mean, they didn't want to come off the line, and I think because that is a fantastic dive from Abby. Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is related to that spectacular dive, but she is a javelin champion in Oxfordshire under 15 level, and it feels like that kind of dynamic movement is of a similar ilk for the England under 15 international.
Good shoulder stability. You've got to have that. If you're going to put all your weight through your hand on a ball, then you've got to have some good shoulder stability. So yes, maybe
Weber.
We'll train a few more to throw the javelin as part of their touch training.
Megan Wright finds Weber again, right at the half. And it is with the try score again at number 33 for the Saxons.
And again,
to the open side, plenty of space out wide, but just drifting in the run there. Good ball to find Wright. Just need to straighten up there and perhaps throw the long ball, but off the right hand. Much easier said than done.
And it is windy, and the ball will be wet. So we had that downpour in the last game, and we had a little bit of rain yesterday afternoon. But a lot of these girls, they've been playing in the sunshine, and wet ball, tired legs. They're on game 6 or 7. I think it's 7 they're on. Yeah, fatigue's got to be a factor as well.
It's very easy to call where that ball should have gone from up here in the commentary box. Great scoop from Kirkman. Gets the offload away to Druitt. Just ran out of touches there, so Weber lays it back.
Good touch. Let's see how good the second wave is. They're there.
Imogen Weber heads towards the edge and finds a bit of space on the wing.
She's done fantastically well, getting extra yardage there for her team.
Right, takes the touch, leaves the field.
A couple of drives Imogen Weber's really helped her team out with that.
Nelson lays it back. Force back again here. The Saxons just overrunning their touches slightly. But Nelson works her way towards the 7. Here's Hutchings on the wraparound. Oh, excellent footwork. Laura Smith on the outside. One of the many Nailsea touch representatives in this side. Made great yards there. But now there's a conversation to be had with the referees.
I think we're just working out whether the ball maybe was touched or in flight or ball down. Ball down's the decision given.
Oh, that's an error.
6-7.
In a dangerous area. Haven't seen many of those in this game. The quality's been so high, but surely this is the chance the Saxons have to take.
A really good option for the Saxons. Here. Full set of 6 on the line. Let's see what they can do with it.
Nelson. There's a bit of space out wide for the Saxons here. And Cornter is caught.
Out on the wings. Bring it back into the middle. Let's see if they can set a play.
Matthews finds the pass. Hutchinson just skipping out on the winger, going herself. Puts the ball back inside for Smith. Matthews again.
Keeping the ball alive so well, aren't they, the Saxons? And we've got an overlap here.
Oh, and they slide through, looking for an offside call. Smith is over.
Did we make the touch? I think that's the decision being made.
What the Sigma?
Yeah, no touch ball, and try given.
Smith scores. She bagged 5 on the live stream on day 1 in the pouring rain and scores here in the final. That's just an offside touch is the call. Great dive by Smith.
Dan Brown's a pretty princess.
This wonderful bit of insider knowledge. When Laura was little, her ambition in life was to be a rhino.
Wow.
And when she finally understood that she wouldn't be possible, she said, fine, I'll be a mermaid instead.
Both fair options, and I say, why can't you be a rhino?
Well, she stormed through there and scored the Saxons' second of the final. Wildcats looking to get back on level terms. They responded so quickly last time. Kimberly Phillips hits the deck. Forced back to the 7. Another England international in this Wildcat side. Whelan, long pass. Oh, just juggled there, almost excellently regathered by Hazelton. But instead it's the Saxons who survive and will maintain that 1-try lead as we approach half-time. 2 minutes to go. Can they extend their advantage? It's a fantastic break on that far side by Imogen Cornter. We're taken on by Dean.
Lovely yards here, great yards there.
What a show and go as well on the way through from Frankie Lord.
I mean, the skill set here is fantastic, isn't it?
Nelson, what a barnstorming run that is. And now the Saxons are in a dangerous area. Lord. Hutchings draws the touch. In fact, it's that try score from the first half, number 33. I think that pass was on its way to Laura Smith, but instead it's put down.
Here we go. Final few minutes. Drive for the Wildcats, see if they can get back up the pitch.
Maybe their last attack of the game. They certainly won't want to allow the Saxons back in again. I have spoken too soon there.
Commentator's curse.
And struck for the first time today, and then Nelson, unfortunately, can't keep a hold, so the touch gods have evened things out.
So they shouldn't need to look for any subs because they've got fresh legs on, so let's just see how well they can drive up the pitch. Have a look for space, take advantage.
Druitt takes touch inside the 10, and I think it's a penalty there. So
offside.
Maybe one last chance before the break to cut the deficit. Taken on by Kirkman. Good drive from Imogen Artingstall.
So they're on the 7 now. They just need to set their plays.
Druitt. Good high press from Nelson, but quick ball for Druitt. Around the corner comes Roxy Smith, stepping back against the grain, and is.
Oh, I think there was probably, I imagine there was probably an offside call. So she's tried to take advantage, but the refs then just said that the other player is on. Last play of the half.
Over goes Whelan. Oh, long pass through a couple of players there, but great cover from Laura Smith to shut down the attack before half time. And that's a great defensive shift from the Saxons to keep the lead.
Yeah, fantastic defence there right at the end of that half. It can be a real game changer. Wildcats go in level, but the Saxons will take so much confidence from the fact that they've held them out there. They go in with a 1-score lead, all to play for in the second half. Certainly
still everything on the line here in this final, but the Southwest Saxons hold a narrow lead in this under-14 girls gold medal match against the West Wildcats by 2-1.
It's fantastic. Having so many schools and so many mixed grades and also girls rugby involved within this development scheme, it's fantastic. It's something that I think needs to be developed a bit more so that we can see a lot more skills and a lot more development within players in schools who have never played rugby or who are looking to improve their skill set. This has been a fantastic experience for us as a first timers coming to the competition to see the different skill sets within all the different schools. It's been fantastic. It's allowed our school to improve on their skills and allowed us to see where we could get to in the next few years when we come back.
The Marketing and Business Development Program, it's a program where people who are either new to Vermeer or new to your current role, you get together for about 5 weeks over the first 5 or 6 months of your time here. And you really get to start learning about the people, the products, the culture, and it really equips you to be successful in your role.
Some people are coming into Vermeer not knowing anything, so it's meeting people and getting opportunities and getting your face exposure and getting their exposure to you so you know everyone already.
And it kind of creates a more effective worker because they have that base knowledge of everyone that they're going to be working around and with. In my position with training, it exposed me to other areas of thought that I wouldn't originally include in my training exercises or in the way that I go about building those and routing those exercises.
Vermeer is a huge worldwide manufacturer, over 3,000 team members. There's a lot that goes on here. So this program does a good job of boiling down how our products are manufactured, to how we distribute them through our dealer network, and then just connecting you with different people all across the Vermeer Mile so you can do your job.
I've always been operations side, so this one showed me the other side of the company, and I have no idea when it comes to sales. So this has really kind of showed me, like, using some of my engineering background and stuff about the product that I already know. Now I get to use it and learn about the sales and how we forecast and how we should sell it and how do we market it the right way. And so now I feel more equipped to be in my position than with my just engineering degree in general.
My favorite part of the program was not only making friends in the group, because you kind of bond with the people in the group, and there was about 8 of us in there, and they're still my friends to this day, but my favorite part was also making contacts with the people and the presenters. In my position, there's a lot of times where someone will say, hey, reach out to this person, and you've never actually met that person before. So now actually meeting that person and putting a face with the name, it makes my job a lot easier.
My favorite part was getting to meet with executives. We get a couple one-on-one sessions where they share kind of their whole career story, and you get a chance to ask them questions too about your own development at Vermeer. So you get to connect with them on a
Second half inbound here in our first final of the day in the under-14 girls competition. Southwest Saxons now will have the tap-off, playing from right to left in this second half against the West Wildcats. Claire Rylance, the Wildcats lead of the regional divisions alongside for this one, and it's, well, here at the Vermeer Arena, a fine first half.
Yeah, fantastic first half. Really close game as we expected, it being a final. Saxons just taking their opportunity, playing some nice expansive touch and leading deservedly 2-1 at half time. And they get the joy of having the tap off as well, so let's see what they can do with that.
First strike of the game will likely come from the Wildcats, and it's an outstanding start. Oh, but unfortunately a penalty there after such an excellent first drive. That is disappointing.
And that's the thing, I think now we've got to a final, though the referees will start to tighten up on some of those things over the mark. So some really nice yards, but just overstep, just has to go back to where she got touched. And yeah, at this stage of the competition, you're going to start getting penalised for these kind of things.
Off the deck and back on the inside towards Poppy Whelan, and there's no touch there, so Whelan could go rolling on here. Nice delay on the path to find Artingstall, but in the end pushed back by the Saxons.
Yes, lovely defence from the Saxons, just held out. The Scooper can't score, so yeah, just held out enough so they could make that touch. Good field position for them on their first drive as well.
It's another half break that's got the Wildcats backpedaling, and this time she makes up for earlier error and heads back to the mark.
Yes, yeah, learn from that early mistake, that's absolutely fine.
Right, gets on the outside, here's Webber. Wind really picking up there in moments here as Smith takes it in this time for the Saxons. You now head to the open side. Webber on the sweep. Really stepping on the outside of the winger. Finds a pass. Is there enough space there for Cornter to sneak in?
I think the refs just called that touch. I think our winger out there just made it. It's good cover defence there.
Ripple of applause from the Wildcats box because they have kept out the Saxons at the second time of asking in this second half. In a final like this, we're expecting it to be close. You've got to stay in touching distance throughout.
You have, and I think it'd be really important for the Wildcats just to get some more field position, and they probably need this next score. I think in this kind of tight game, a two score lead might be enough for either team.
Especially with the competition as fierce as it is this year at the Junior Nationals. Kimberly Phillips with another good carry and a great pickup from Kirkman. Oh, but unfortunately, it's going to be a turnover. Yeah,
and just got to win that territory battle, really. I think at the moment the Saxons on top. They are winning the territory.
This is a fantastic run from Hutchings on the outside.
Still going.
Still going, Elizabeth Hutchings. Options there. Here's Wright. Hutchings is still on the wrap. Nice footwork from Wright. And they're over halfway, the Saxons.
It's a lovely expansive play. I mean, and they've managed, even with all of that, they've taken 2 touches. They've managed to get most of their players off, some fresh legs back on.
Direct from Nelson, just about caught by Kirkman. Saxons with their third chance really to push forward here as it's taken on by Ruby Matthews. Matthews, Nelson, Lily Porritt.
Lovely.
Oh, and that's just gone off target, unfortunately, there. Porritt also plays hockey for Wiltshire under-13s, based down in Southampton. The Southwest region got such a large catchment area, sort of from Bristol and all that sort of part of the world, all the way through Bath, down to Southampton, and slightly further north as well, with players from Bredon Start, Nailsea and Stratford upon Avon. It's the West Wildcats driving on here in the meantime.
There's real opportunity, I think, this half. I think they've maybe got one more touch to set something here.
Oates, Whelan, good opportunity there. Oh, just goes to the open side instead. Matthews gets across to make the touch on Roxy Smith.
And again, I still feel they're just quite condensed when they're going for that. They're going for that scoop play, but they're very tight together, often quite compact to one side, and not quite got the ability to execute to go all the way over to that left edge. But error there from the Saxons, and the Wildcats got the ball back.
Big opportunity then for the Wildcats. That's fantastic hands from Georgia Oates, part of that mixed 15s international side. But another penalty, unfortunately, there. 2 in quick succession.
Yeah, just signal from the sideline there.
Good to see the referees working in tandem.
I think the referee, and they've done so well with the different standards, I think, this weekend. I think they've had to ref maybe a girls' 12s game with some players who've never, this is the first ever game of touch, up to kind of some of the boys' 17s team who's, seasoned England youth players, and having to switch the expectations, I think, as a referee team.
What a run that is.
Fantastic. Oh, over the mark.
Oh, Frankie Lord again makes fantastic yards. She's a big Henry Pollock fan, apparently, a superstar. She wants everything covered in Henry, his phone case, bedroom wall, all of that jazz.
There's like a fantastically well decorated bedroom as well.
Oh yeah, you can see there's nothing about Henry Pollock that I can imagine would prompt that kind of adoration.
Here we go. Ooh.
Just taking a tumble there on the 7.
There.
But Imogen Artingstall back to her feet.
Here we go.
Drew
nice serve play. We've got Abby, scorer of the Wildcats' only try.
Kirkman slides in. 2 hands go up for the Saxons.
I think offside defender, and I think that's a score. I think we've levelled it. Abby Kirkman on the dive.
From Oxford Touch Club, another under-15 international, scores for the Wildcats, and we're level again. That's Kirkman's second try of the final.
And we've really got a final now, nice and level.
Absolutely, with still 10 minutes left on the clock, and a tap off from halfway for Imogen Webber.
Oh, I think we're over the mark again. Just a few little roll ball errors creeping into the Saxons team there.
That's unfortunately the third the Saxons have given away in this second half, and it's in a way it's keeping the Wildcats in the game here, because they're making plenty of yards on the carry.
I think there's such strong runners, this Saxons team, and I think maybe just a bit of touch naivety in terms of just initiating that touch. You've done most of the job, you've made the yardage, and then it's just knowing, I'm going to get touch, I'm going to initiate it, or I've been touched and I just need to go back to that mark.
Well, we discussed it at half-time, the different makeup of the two sides. The Saxons maybe have more general rugby experience, whereas
I think so.
The Wildcats are a very specifically touch-focused side. Great scoop, though, from Whelan, who goes now to the open side. Maybe there might be something on out wide here. Carey caught before the pass could be given. Good work in defence from the Saxons, and Tilly Townsend.
Yeah, so looking at the two teams, I think the Saxons, there are some players with some tri-sports experience, some England experience, but they look like good, strong rugby skills. Here we go.
What a run this is. It's Webber on the outside. Webber still going. Is she going to go the coast to coast? What a try this would be. Sliding over to get away from Phillips at the very last. Imogen Webber with an outstanding score.
Fantastic breakaway score. Lovely commitment to the chase down. Very, very nearly got from the opposite side of the pitch there from Kimberly Phillips, but just had enough there to get the ball down before any touches came in.
Well, the Midland Link both shot up there and unfortunately missed the touch, and Webber had a long way to go here. Phillips in pursuit, but it's a fine finish, and that puts the Saxons back ahead again. Try the tournament contender in this under-14 girls competition, most certainly.
Oh, absolutely.
From Imogen Webber.
And this is the thing with the Saxons, they can strike from anywhere. They're expansive, and they've got really good basic rugby skills. I think the Wildcats may be a little bit more tactical, playing a bit more of a static game, and really looking for those offside players. So it's kind of a real battle of styles here. Like I said at halftime, it'd be nice to kind of marry the two up, really.
Here's Druitt, close to that Saxon line. Back comes B. Lloyd, another England international, littered with them across the two sides. And under 15 level. Druitt gets it on the return again. Druitt here sliding in. A physical coming together there, but Smith makes the touch.
Just needs to get that header, that wingers open if the players are going to shut in like that, which they are doing. They've really tightened up because of the diving threat the Wildcats have shown so far. It's now
again.
just getting that head up. Oh,
this time diving short and going for the score, but a touch has been made.
Fantastic touch there from Wright.
Of the Saxons. Has kept them out there. Megan Wright with a fantastic defensive intervention. In a game as narrow as this, Claire, that kind of impact is crucial.
The attack looks good, but it's the defence that wins the games. You know, those kind of things. You've gone up by one. Wildcats are back on the attack, on the line, putting lots of pressure and just making those kind of defensive reads and saves for your team are just, yeah.
Oh, an interception. So we'll play straight on here as the ball went loose. Well, Megan Wright almost missed the Nationals after her dad slightly ran over her with his car. Just on the heel a touch. All was fine.
Okay.
A week or so in the boot, and then fresh back and ready for the Nationals.
Well, you can't tell at all, Kelly. She's been fantastic for them, hasn't she? She's absolutely fantastic.
Here's Kirkman, just strolling towards the 7.
Wanting them to pull up, but that is last touch, and you've not struck there, so they're going to have to play something off the cuff here.
Good defence from the Saxons.
And turnover, so try and get this ball back, the Wildcats really. Chasing the game a little bit now.
Another good break down the right, and that time from Cornter.
Oh, and have we got another over the mark?
Indeed,
maybe?
it's a turnover
it's
for the
just
Wildcats.
keeping the Wildcats in it, isn't it? Just keeping the Wildcats in the game.
Absolutely, there's still plenty of time for them to get level again here, and we could be on for our first drop-off of the weekend.
Ooh.
Good ball from Druitt, and then sliding in from close range is Abby Kirkman. Hat-trick hunting.
She is, isn't she? Save a middle just onside there, so denied. And this is the thing, though. I'd like them to look a little bit wider. They've really tightened up the defence. They've got
Kirkman, and then again it's narrow from Lloyd. Still Lloyd.
And I think we've got ball down there. Yes, we have.
B. Lloyd has scored, having played rugby since the age of 5 years old. Now starring in this girls' gold medal match. Her brother's also playing in the other 17s, as you said. The Wildcats with these fantastic family connections, and that's a fantastic score.
What a put down. Ball one-handed. Lovely score.
Through a sea of Saxons there, the Wildcats have scored, and with just 3.5 minutes to go, the next score you feel will be absolutely crucial.
It is,
Nelson with another excellent charge up the field.
And they've really got to communicate now, the Wildcats. It's all very exciting when you get that score and level, but you've got another job to do.
Off goes Porritt, picking out the winger. Cornter looking to get on the outside. What a run, but what a touch by Chapman.
Great cover from Chapman there on the wing. Couple of touches left. What can the Saxons do? We know they like to go expansive. They'll keep the ball moving round.
Porritt. Oh, it's just been passed forward there. So the Saxons have coughed it up. And maybe the Wildcats have a chance to march down the field. But to be fair to the Saxons, they've left them in as difficult a spot as you can find yourself.
They really have. They really have. It's a tough hole to get out of down here.
What a take on the run from Georgia Oates, the Mixed 15s international from Bread & Star Ladies Club.
Oh, just a little fumble there. It's late in the game. These little errors creep in.
Don't let the sun fool you. It's still damp out there on the turf.
It is. It's
after that heavy rain. Porritt with a fine ball to Cornter, and this time Cornter might be away. It's Chapman with another crucial touch.
That's two fantastic touches she's made out on that wing in the past minute, really.
Dean just accelerates and has the Wildcats backpedaling. Could the winning score be upon us here? It's Dean again.
Touch in there. And these Wildcats will be tired because they didn't manage to sub on this set. They've got to really keep their comms up and keep that concentration. Really important set to try and hold out here.
Right. Short of options. Nelson.
Moving the ball well, though.
Oh, lovely step from Lord. Almost away.
And a good pickup there.
Dean, over the top. Under lots of pressure from the Wildcats there. Good work from Lily Dean. She's been the player of the year at Kingswood Rugby Club as an inside centre for 2 years running.
Showing some lovely skills there.
Favourite player is Stimmy Pam of the Bristol Bears women. And certainly
just
has some of that centre skill around her in this final, but this is the Wildcats going the other way this time instead.
Possibly their last set here.
Possibly both the last set, the last meaningful attack for either of these two sides. And can they make it count? Drew it again with a carry.
And it's the last, so they've got to get this scoop. Abby on the scoop.
Kirkman finds the pass.
Ooh.
Phillips caught. Plays up at the Maidenhead Mohawks. Listed as a far better touch player than her mother. But I couldn't possibly comment.
I can, it's absolutely true.
Sammy Phillips here in her role as on the England touch team today, but also, of course, supporting her two kids playing for the Wildcats.
I've played alongside Sammy Phillips, and I can assure you, Kimberly does a lot more defence than she ever does.
That pass goes to ground, so maybe one last chance for the Wildcats.
30
seconds to go before we head to the drop-off. Kirkman.
They've not got, they shouldn't be subbing here. They just need to stay on.
Phillips.
And just get one strike. Just keep driving and scoop. Drive and then get a scoop play.
Phillips over the top to Kirkman.
Oh, just pushed it.
10 seconds to go. Do the Saxons have time?
And that's just that inexperience. You're under 14, you know, having that ability to stay calm. Oh, there we go.
Well,
we're in drop-off.
Chapman with the final touch out wide. She's absolutely locked down that left wing. But we are heading to a drop-off in our first final of the day in the under-14 girls competitions. Nothing to split the sides after 30 minutes. And the question for those who are new to the game, of course, Claire, is what's happening next? What is a dropout?
Well, so drop-off. We're going to go 4v4 for 2 minutes of play. At the end of the 2 minutes, if we have a clear result, then that is it. If at the end of the 2 minutes we're still level, either no one has scored or it's 1-1, then we drop down to 3 players. At 3 players, it's next score wins. It always feels a little bit of a cruel way. It's kind of our equivalent of a penalty shootout.
And very crucially, as you will understand if you've ever taken in a game of touch, the Saxons will have the tap-off, which means they'll have the first attack of the game. And of course, with this limited time, the scores are crucial.
Yes.
It's Webber, who's absolute screamer, got the Saxons ahead in this second half, who gets us started.
Yeah.
Nice step back on the inside. This is a lovely run from Smith. And Smith, well, this Saxon side player full of dynamic runners, and that really lends itself to a drop-off.
Yes, they really have a lot of dynamism. They move the ball well, and that is exactly, I mean, we're 4v4 on a big pitch at the end of 2 days of hard touch. It's not the way, as a spectator, it's what you want the final to be, but as a player, you never want to finish like this.
Webber, straight through, round the outside, splits the middle, and Lincoln crashes over for her second score of the final.
Yep, so now that's not game over. We still have some time left. It's being managed by the referees, the timing now, so
but on our clock, there's still a minute to go. But really, that is one decent attack for the Wildcats here. Webber, in her first season of playing touch rugby, she represented the under-15s at last year's Youth Atlantic Cup.
Yeah, and now Wildcats just need to get a little bit closer to the 7 here. They've not made as good a job of kind of getting to the line.
Only seconds remain for the Saxons to hold on here, but it's the Wildcats with possession. Off goes B. Lloyd. Nice ball on the inside. Over the top it goes. It's Kirkman! Touch made.
Touch called.
Well, the Wildcats are practically on the field here. How close was this to a score? It's a nice ball over the top. Kirkman away to the corner. Oh, that's close.
That is close.
All the Saxons need to do now is hold on for 20 seconds or so. What a year it's been for the Saxons. Their most successful senior setup ever at the Nationals a few weeks ago. And now ranging away on the outside, looking for the killer score. Good delay on the pass. Great hands from Smith.
And
Touch
there we
made,
go.
but it won't matter. The Saxons have won it.
And a well-deserved win. As you've seen, the Saxons region have really built, and it's fantastic to see how many of their youth teams they've got and they've developed. And I think this is now 2 years in a row they've won girls 14s division.
Two outstanding scores from Imogen Webber separates the sides in the end. The Saxons victorious after extra time in the drop-off by 4-3. But Claire, what quality from an under-14s girls competition? Oh,
it's been fantastic. I've enjoyed watching it all weekend. And it just shows like the future of England Touch is so bright when you've got this as a final, and you know there's so many other teams that we've watched all weekend. Some great skills. There is some celebratory dance moves going on the pitch as well.
7 minutes to
Saxons.
go till our next final, which is the under-12s competition, where the Wildcats will have another go.
Yeah.
But in this under-14 girls competition, it's a great victory for the Southwest Saxons. Well, after a fine under-14 girls final, I'm joined by victorious Imogen Webber. Imogen, 2 amazing tries, great athleticism on show. They were crucial in the end, but it was a whole team performance, a great victory for the Southwest Saxon. How do you feel?
I feel elated. I think I'm so proud of my team because we've improved so much from when we started the tournament, and I feel like it's only gone up from there.
Well, Imogen, you're a multi-sport athlete, like many on the team, playing a fair bit of rugby union yourself. How do you think the 2 games complement each other, especially this age group?
I think you need a lot of strength for both games. For like contact, it might be maybe doing the tackling, but there's a lot of endurance and like running that's needed for touch rugby that you wouldn't see maybe on a contact pitch. And I think it really just helps for like an all-round strength, especially mentally when it's tough and you're tired and you just need to carry on.
And lastly, so that we'll let you get back and celebrate with the rest of your team, you've been here at the Junior Nationals before. How do you compare, or you've played at this level certainly before at the top end of under-15s touch, but the size of this event compared to where it's been in the past, how do you feel about the growth of especially the women's game in touch rugby?
Well, I've only been here for 2 years, and I think it's clearly like the numbers have like completely risen from last year, and especially with like the new under-12s girls team coming in, I think it's really lovely to see so many young girls trying and really roaring and soaring as they're playing. It's amazing.
Thanks very much for speaking to us. Congratulations as well. Well played, Imogen. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Well, great performance by the Southwest Saxons. They've had their first victory here, beating the Wildcats. But the Wildcats, they've got another go. They take on the Tigers next in this second final of the day here at the Junior Nationals from the Under-12 boys competitions. I will chuck you up to Joe Wright in just a moment, and I'll be joining him in the comms box for that game.